Royce, you need a throat license. Leave me alone. Anyway,
Hello there. Go ahead.
I'm gonna introduce you really quick. Um, so this is Brandy. She was actually there at the house that night, and she is also kind of filling in holes of what happened that evening. She is the person who saw my child when he came downstairs, and she is also going to recount her experience.
Hello, everybody. This is AT2. I just wanted to let y'all know it's not going to be too many interruptions. I'm going to just let this play for you guys so you guys can go ahead and listen to it. But Royce went live with a woman named Brandy, and she was a witness to what happened at the shroom ceremony. So, again, this is not going to be a lot of interruptions. I'm just going to go ahead and let it play. And you guys will see Cali from yesterday join the live stream as well, too. So, please go ahead, relax, chill, and we'll watch it together. And this won't have a whole bunch of interruptions. This will actually be the only interruption right here. So shout out to Kay, shout out to everybody coming in the room. Let me play the intro and then we'll go right into it. All right, everybody, here we go.
Experience that night, which I think is this. Ooh, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Ooh,
Look at
oh my
God.
gosh.
I was God. I was God.
Um, she's gonna recount her experience from that evening and what happened to her. And I think it is extremely important for her to tell her story. And I'm gonna give you the floor.
Uh,
Well, even before that, even before you talk, let's discuss even how we started communicating within the past not even 24 hours. Um, so I received a message through DM, and she was asking me if I remembered her, and I didn't. I actually asked her if she was the girl that peed in the seat because she was saying she was there that night,
I
and
think
she
I know
said
who
no.
that is too. I don't
Yeah,
know her
I
name.
found out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. I found out. But so she like I said, Rainey reached out to me and she was saying, "I'm the girl you took my keys." That is when it I mean, everything kind of really started coming back to me when Lewis was saying I went back to the house and I was like, "Oh, I couldn't remember." And then I was like, "Oh, I do remember because I was cussing out everybody." He was like, "Yeah." But then he was like, "But we talked in the room." And I couldn't remember what room he was talking about. Well, Brandy is going to tell you all what happened that night when she was there regarding my son, as well as myself, and even the next morning. And I think her story is extremely important. If there is anyone else out there who feels as if they do not have a voice, open your mouth. You are not alone. Go ahead.
Definitely not. Is Cali gonna be joining this live?
Um,
Because
I
I
can
wonder if he remember me as well.
I can ask them to. Do you want me to ask them?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
I need to smoke.
If anybody's on here, if Cali is not still on live, let him know that I did invite him to this live at the wishes of Brandy. So go ahead.
So, to start from the beginning, I've been knowing him for years.
Who is he?
Superman. For years, since like 2012. But it wasn't until 2019 when I moved to Georgia when we really started hanging out. So this particular night, I got invited over. And as I was on my way, I'm thinking, I'm just going to go hang out for a couple hours and I'm going to return home. I was told to be cool because baby mama number 1 was there. And she's with someone in the guest house and she's taking a nap, and to just, come enjoy the vibes, have a great time.
So to pause there, he was speaking about me and he said that I was with who in the guest house?
Your boyfriend at the time, which was a doctor or a psychiatrist guy or somebody.
Yeah. My boyfriend, who I have explained, was a traveling psychologist in the Bahamas. He never set foot on that property. We actually broke up when I explained to him about the story I was told regarding the basketball player not being distraught. That's when he told me to leave. And as Hey, Cali.
What's happening, Royce?
I'm good.
Hi, Cali.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. Do you remember me? I had like a little puffball, top of my head with curls.
I don't know. It's kind of dark. It's kind of dark over there where you at. Where was you at? Where was you at in the house? Was you by me?
I believe so. I was at the table with a few other people. It was a handful of people. It was a
sitting on the left side of me.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Remember.
Yes,
you sure was.
I remember everything. That's crazy. Ooh, that's crazy.
You were a little tipsy when were you? Is that right?
No, I didn't drink anything. Yeah, that was my first time trying that.
Okay. I just remember you sitting over there. Okay, maybe it was the other girl. Maybe it was the other girl, because it was somebody else at that table, and then I remember they got up or whatever. Okay, yeah, I do remember you from the table.
Yeah, yep. I started panicking. Well, before we get there, so as I get there, right, there's like, I want to say 5 or 6 males outside, and what are they? German shepherds, big dogs, 2 big dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, he got some big dogs.
Big ass dogs. They were circling my car.
The dog that I have a video of that bit me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Damn. Oh, yeah. I'll repost it. It's fine.
Okay. But yeah, they were circling my car before I got out. And I met some friends. Everything was cool. It was a vibe when I first got there. Music was playing. But once the mushrooms came in, things changed, and I didn't like the experience. So now I'm asking, like, when is this supposed to go away? Like, how long are we supposed to? And I remember somebody, I can't remember who, somebody was like, well, this is only the first round. You got to do the second round. And now at this point, I'm panicking. I'm like, second round? Oh, heck no. I don't like this. I'm about to throw up. I don't like the motions. Like, I'm cold. I don't like it. So Superman's trainer, I don't want to put nobody's names out there, but his trainer looked out for me. He was like, come with me. I'm gonna just, put you
Had
upstairs
you
in this
seen my
room
son already?
so you can calm down. I did see your son. I did see your son when it was right before it started raining colors. Right before it kicked in. I seen
Yep,
him.
you
I
see
looked
them
up.
colors. You start seeing them colors.
Yeah. The whole room got it got lit. Like, whew, that experience was crazy. But I did. I looked up and I seen him and I waved at him. He didn't say anything. He didn't wave back. He just stared, and I'm pretty sure why, because we was all out of our mind.
Thanks.
And I didn't think about it until later, like, why is there kids here? Like, why is his son here? Like, what the hell? Why is he downstairs? Or I didn't know what was going on. Like, I'm just here. Like, just here. So fast forward, the trainer is now taking me upstairs because I'm panicking. I'm thinking, I'm having negative thoughts. This is like a really bad trip for me. My first time. I don't know nobody. I'm by myself. Nobody knows I'm here. I didn't tell no family members, no friends. Like, I rolled up by myself. Who does that? Slow. But I did, so the trainer looked out for me and he kept coming up there every 10, 15 minutes, it felt like, just to make sure I was okay. He was like, just calm down, drink some water, you'll be okay. And then next thing you know, I'm like, I'm trying to calm myself down. I couldn't go to sleep. I had my eyes closed for a long time. And I remember I had my keys in my pocket. So that's when Royce and the trainer comes in the room. And she's like, hey, I just came to check on you. Like, where are your keys at? And I'm like, they're in my pocket. They're right here. They're safe. And she's like, okay, well, let me have them. And I'm like, why? At first, I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, I just, people do crazy things sometimes. Their first time doing it. I just want to make sure you're okay. And I'm like, I'm good. I literally lost my sister to a car accident like less than a year ago. I'm not going nowhere. I know that I'm not right now. So I still handed her my keys. Something told me to hand it to her. But the moment that door closed, I freaked out. I started panicking. I'm like, these people gonna chop me up and feed me to the snakes downstairs. Like, I'm having some bad thoughts. I'm like, this is not, like, I want it to go away. Somebody turn it off. Fix me. Like, I don't like this. And I'm up here by myself.
Damn.
So sure enough, the trainer comes back and he sees I'm just panicking. I can't sit in one spot. I'm just like tears all over my face. I can't explain all these feelings and emotions that I'm going through.
I know exactly where you was at.
Yes.
Yep. I
So
know
he's
exactly.
like, what can I do to help you? I'm like, just give me my keys back, please. I'll just lay here. I won't move. I won't talk to nobody. I won't go nowhere. I promise you I'm not going nowhere. And he brought me my keys back. So I calmed down and I laid there and I tried to go to sleep. And sure enough, I remember what this man smelled like. And it wasn't Superman that came and picked me up, but somebody picked me up and took me downstairs, long flight of stairs, and down this hallway to big ass room, his room, Superman's room. So now I'm here. I'm here. So we're gonna fast forward to adult things, you know, and here I am waking up at like 5:45, 6:30, maybe real early. And I hear you. I hear you outside. I'm laying in this bed and I hear you outside talking about you will light this shit up. You will shoot this shit up. Open the gate. I hear you arguing with somebody. I don't know who it is. But I hear all of this. Here comes Royce. She's bamming on the door. Superman proceeds to pick up his phone and he's looking at the cameras and he's like, it's just my baby mama. So now somebody's on the phone yelling, screaming, yelling on the phone. I'm laying right next to him. I'm literally laying right next to him. So I can hear the other person screaming and yelling. One was a woman, I'm sure it was Royce, and one was a male. And so after he got off the phone with the male, I'm like, what is going on? Like, he's like, it's cool. You can just go back to sleep. Somebody was still high, you know, still on shrooms and stuff. And so they was running outside naked and somebody called the police. But I got it handled. You can just go back to sleep.
So, Cali, you were naked outside
You were
and acting
the
crazy.
naked man.
Yeah.
All these years in my head, you were the naked man. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was.
And when she heard me banging on the door, it was when I was being like, get the fuck up. There's police, like, at the house. That's when you heard me bang on the door. That when I was banging on the door, it was when police were there. So Cali was already gone.
Yeah.
My shoes was left there for like 3 months. Yeah. My shoes was gone. I didn't know where my shoes was the next morning. But what really got me to this place of like wanting to speak up is a live that I seen y'all do yesterday. So yesterday, it fucking broke me. It fucking broke me because of the things that you heard of him doing in the room, in some room with 3 other men or 2 other men with men, and then you proceed to put your... I feel disgusted, you know? Like, I feel... It's a lot. It's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things that...
It's a lot of moving pieces. So it's definitely a lot of moving pieces. Yo, I am so sorry. Wow.
And I've held on to this for so long. And I've kept this shit to my motherfucking self. I felt like I couldn't talk to nobody. I felt like I've been being watched. I've been being like, let's talk about this text message that I did not send to Royce on Monday. I DM'd her. I DM'd her yesterday and sent her my number. And she sent me a text tonight that says, hey, we need to talk on Monday. How? How did I get your... How?
Yeah. I was explaining to you, I was like, I didn't even know I had your number until you text me that picture of you being like helping with his birthday party that next year or later on that year, whenever it was. And I was like, I didn't even know I had your number. So I guess at some point we exchanged numbers and she's like, wait, no, I just got your number. I just saved it in my phone. And I'm like, no, you text me on Monday saying, hey, can we talk at like 11 p.m.? And she's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, yes, you did. And I screen grabbed it and I sent it to her. And she's like, I didn't send you that.
That's what my...
So now we got people playing on phones.
Yo.
Do he have my account information or something? My Apple account, is he logged in on the phone that like he could receive all my texts or something? Like, well, I don't get it. But at this point, I'm scared.
Sis, listen to me. Yo, I told y'all my phone was acting crazy. When I got to my phone was scrambling. It would not come on. This is why I couldn't.
Remember last night when people talking about, oh, they couldn't hear me, I was distorted, I was glitching, and even when I started this one, people were talking about they couldn't hear me, or Royce turned the comments off because I guess there's people acting crazy in the comments. I turned them off. but still saying that my video was messed up. But from what I see, I'm clear as day. This is the type of shit I be talking about. What you went through is very borderline. And you know what I mean when I say borderline. Nobody should have transported you from that fucking room to put you in his bed as a present or as his dessert, his finale, after what he had just done.
That's fucking disgusting, yo.
It is. And just like, remember you said you were disgusted because he raw dogged you? Well, you ain't just say that, but you told me that. This is how I felt all them years ago. I'm sorry. But I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just saying it's important because this is how nasty he is. And that's why even when I said in that one part of my video, when I found out that he had been fucking all these girls, I was like, oh my God, all I could think about was he does not like to use condoms. But my stupid ass was there during quarantine and I fell for all the antics just like you. Sweetheart, I do not
and
want
I
you
thought
to
you
feel,
was there with your man.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, to every woman that has dealt with this man who is feeling like, I don't want to say nothing because I was so embarrassed. We all feel that way. We all feel stupid as fuck. We all feel dumb. We all feel like, oh, when people say, oh, y'all weren't manipulated, y'all just saw money. No, it was way deeper than that because he knew how to pull at your heartstrings. He knew how to play on your trauma. He knew how to make it seem like he was Superman.
I'm so fucking blow because like this is what I told y'all. I told y'all first I heard, listen, I walked through the back door. Cause they left me on the stairs, like I was out on the stairs. I found my way around to the back door. I was up and down, up and down. I was watching them all through. When I got to that back window, I was watching them all through the glass. It was Superman, the dark skin. He wasn't bald headed, but his haircut was very low. It was Kevin Wesley, and it was the tattoo guy.
The tattoo artist.
The light skin guy, right?
Uh-huh.
The big light skin guy, right? Him, and it was a girl sitting across.
Bald head. That's the one who peed in the chair. I don't know her name.
Yeah, I don't know her name either. She came in my chat one day. While I was live, and she said I was there that night. She said I was the sneaky link that didn't eat the fruit. Now, when she left that comment, she said I was the sneaky link that didn't eat the fruit, and she put a bunch of laughing faces. To this day, that comment bothers me. Why did she say that with a bunch of laughing faces? And then when she left that message, an account came in my chat that was named under his basketball name, his legal name, Superman's name, that said he told her to shut the fuck up. Shut up. And that girl never commented no more. Then he left me a message. And he said, Cali, I'm in Atlanta right now. He said, get off the internet and come see me. And I responded back to him and I said, put a face on it. I said, until you put a face on it, I'm going to just assume this is a fake page. Now, it bothers me why she said I was the sneaky link who didn't eat the fruit. That's weird to me. And then she just put these little laughing faces, and he came immediately and told her, you better shut up, right? That's the girl I heard, or that's the girl that was sitting in the living room, and I heard her moaning.
You heard the first time.
And you heard her leave.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
So I heard her first. Then it went quiet. In there. Then I just heard those guys. Superman, Kevin Wesley, the dark skinned, low haircut, bald head guy, and the tattoo dude. They were all in there just giggling and talking, giggling, and it was like some old high school girl type stuff. And then I just started hearing Superman moaning and it was like God, and then he came in your world. He came in there with
and raw dog me. He came in there and did me like that, bro.
God, baby.
So fucking stupid, yo.
You're not stupid.
No,
You're
you're not stupid at all. You're not, man. Yo.
And I was just tossing him around. Oh my God. You got me an NBA player. The fuck? And you want to know who else I remember? I don't know if this has anything to do with your situation, but she was like, I'll have to text you her name that was told to me, but she was the nanny. Like
the nanny was there.
Of the house. Yes. Like a Jamaican lady.
Yep.
She stared at me the whole night. The whole entire night. And I feel like every time I did go back and hang out and she was there before she got let go, she would be asking me about my son. Like, so who's taking care of your kid? Where's your son?
And I never saw her that night. I was told that she was off the clock.
She was on the porch when I pulled her.
I never fucking saw her that night, y'all.
She was on the porch when I pulled up. Yeah, she was.
I was asleep.
Yep, she
just
was.
Like when Brandy got there, I was in my room in the guest house. I was asleep.
Yep. She was there, the nanny lady. When I pulled up, she was standing on the porch. Yep. Listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I felt like some shit was weird. I felt like after a while, after I flipped out about that dude being missing, I started feeling like something is not right. Like, I don't know, man. I just felt like this is when I started yelling at Kevin Wesley and was telling him he sold his soul. I was like, you sold your soul, nigga. Like, yo, he took me down those stairs, and I ain't gonna lie, that's when I felt like, is these niggas about to try to sacrifice me or something? Like, real talk. Like, that's what, it was a lot going on them stairs. Yeah. And I wasn't nobody running around there naked. Nothing sexual happened with me at that house. Nobody violated me, no nothing like that. But it was some weird shit. I felt like that was weird. Nigga offering me some fruit. I heard the gay sex going on in the next room. I heard it. You know what I'm saying? And then a nigga come in, walk out that room and try to offer me a bowl of fruit.
And meanwhile, my child is just walking around saying he's hungry.
And he's hungry with a bunch of stuff on the table. Do you remember that table? Wasn't there mushrooms? It was so much shit on that table. Peanut butter. It was a long ass table full of shit. Full of shit. Full of shit. I've been saying this stuff. I remember picking up the phone because I don't know why my high ass wanted to call my brother and ask him to bring me a bottle of water. But I picked up my phone. I got on the phone. I was standing right there where that little window is, where you look into the kitchen. Where you're looking on that side of the table. Yeah. And I was on the phone and somebody was like, what are you doing on the phone? You're not supposed to be on the phone. I was like, I'm calling my brother. And they like, you calling your brother for what? And I was like, because I need some water. You like, what? Somebody said what? Like, and then they just let me talk on the phone. But he was pissed. My brother he can tell you that about that night I called him. He was pissed. He was like, where are you? Send me your location right now because I'm coming to get you.
So that next day, though, when you were picked up, what were you told? Oh, what were they told? Who picked you up?
My car was outside. My
Mhm.
car was outside, but I didn't go home the next day. I stayed. I stayed for a few days after that.
Okay.
But it, shit, a whole hell of a lot. I can't
So
say
when did
shit about.
when you were talking when you told me about the people from Philly?
We was in Philly.
Oh, when
This
you
was
heard that?
Yeah, this was a whole
Okay.
different time. That's why I had brought that up, because that conversation when he
Yeah.
said, "Oh, my baby mama dumbass just did that to so she can trip harder." We was in Philly when that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was supposedly, I don't know if they was still engaged. He told me they wasn't. She had just threw him this birthday party, and he said they broke up and he kicked her out, and he flew me out there.
This is the
Superman.
basketball girlfriend.
Yeah, the basketball girlfriend.
Yeah, the one who stepped out with right when they were in the bubble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. She was when I was coming around, she was coming there.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well,
She
she was coming around like during the time I was there, but more as a just popping up and
yeah,
him
yeah.
telling her to leave and saying that she was crazy and that she just wanted him back. And
Yeah.
but
I heard a lot
yeah,
of
I
that.
thought they came and picked you up, but I guess that makes sense. You had your own car. But I didn't realize that was like way later that he told them that.
Yeah, this was a completely different time. He flew me
Dang.
out there, and his family members, two of his family members came to pick me up from the airport and to get me to his house. And when I got there, it was a vibe. Like, I got videos and pictures in that big ass house, big ass fireplace, rooms everywhere, basketball court in there. I'm shooting in a gym. I got videos of that. Me shooting in a damn gym.
Yeah,
But it was a vibe. But that was the day that he said to them, like, he was like, "Oh, just explain how, your first time with shrooms was." And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't like that shit. I was like, it scared the shit out of me. I thought I was gonna die. I was having death thoughts. Like, nah. Like, it was too many snakes in there for me. Like, I was dancing in the damn corner with nobody."
Hold on, let me clarify before people be like, he didn't have an inside gym. He had a basketball court. I actually did a TikTok on it. He had a basketball
off to the
court on
side.
his property, which was right next to a rose garden.
Yep.
So when we're talking about gym, he does have a workout gym.
He does
but
have
no,
a gym.
there's not a basketball goal there, but there is a basketball goal on the other side of the pool. So before people are like, "Oh, she's talking about a different," no.
Inside the gym, he got the workout. He got the weights and all of that in there.
Yeah.
Then on the side, he got the basketball court
I'm just
outside.
trying to clarify because people like to, take little things
stuff and run with it.
They don't do that to anybody else, but they gonna do that to us.
No, but he told his family members, like, after I was explaining it, he was like, I was like, "Yeah, somebody came in there." I was like, "Yeah, Royce came in there and took my keys." And then I really started to panic. Like, I started to trip even harder. Like, and he was like, "No, her dumb ass did that on purpose because she knew. She know what people do when they on shrooms. She wanted you to trip harder. She did that shit on purpose. She took your keys on purpose." I was like,
so let's let more people hate me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I can already hear them how they finna try to spin that.
Yeah.
I can already hear.
Why would she take her keys?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she let her go home?
Oh, she was with it. She was sounding like she was helping them out.
Yeah.
She was.
No, she wanted me to be safe.
And you got your keys back. Because when you really started tripping out, I was like, "Fuck it.
Just give her her keys."
Give her her keys.
Look, I cuddled him like that was the only thing I had. I was like, "All right,
yeah,
get some sleep."
So you see,
crazy.
It's just crazy because I can hear how people are gonna try to spin this even on you, sis. Telling your story.
It's okay. They can take what they want to take from it and run with it. I just hope that this helps somebody. It helps Layla. It helps, you know, her to get back to her mom. It should be no reason in the world why a baby is stripped from her mother.
Wow.
Like,
And that says a lot about you. That says a lot about your character, because this is something that happened to you, like, you know, what, 4 years ago now, and you are concerned about children, which is exactly who I'm concerned about too, because people are always like, you know, you're grown and you put yourself in that position. No, even as an adult, you can be groomed, you can be manipulated, you can be brainwashed. That's
You
why
definitely
people get
can.
off
You
up in
definitely
this.
can.
Exactly. That's why people are joining cults, like,
definitely
as
can.
adults, and sacrificing themselves. Like, as much as someone can sit here and say, how did y'all fall for that? Oh, it couldn't have been me, or I never would have, or I would have taken my child this day. It's easy to say that from the outside.
yeah, when you're not in the
On that, and
situation.
people are like, you just this person. When
Mm-hmm.
you are in the situation and someone is in your ear like this, and not just one, but several, and you now are trusting these people,
God.
you can definitely
So
fall for it.
so sis, like, God damn, like y'all, like, damn, it was actual contact, huh? God damn. It wasn't God.
But you got tested and all that stuff, like, but I'm that mental, that psyche, that memory is something that is it's gonna fester. But like I told you before, you are not alone. We have all been there where we felt stupid, where we felt naive and gullible, and we were. Like, call a spade again. We were.
Can I ask?
We were coming from a place of genuineness. We were coming from a place of trust. And we felt that what was being told to us was true and honest.
It's been
Can I ask you? Can I ask you? Okay, so so you said you were tripping. We know you were tripping because you were brought to a bed, right?
I was high even the next day.
I was too. I was too. So
like my body started hurting. That's how bad it was. My bones was fucking hurting. I'm like, why did my body hurt? I just want to go to sleep.
So I'm just trying to get an understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're high. So you wouldn't consider it?
Yeah, I was proud of that, I guess. Like, you know, I remember that part. I remember when he came into the room and got in the bed and all the clothes got removed. Like, yeah, that was, it was consensual. I'm not saying that I didn't want to do that part. Yes, I was high.
You just didn't know it was following
all of
okay,
that.
I got you now.
And that part, hearing that is what made me, it shook me. It broke me down. How dare you do some shit like that?
Like, it's very borderline.
That's what I gotta understand it now.
Yeah.
So we just following the timeline now. Like, after what I heard in the next room, and then it was from there, it was to you.
Right after.
I told y'all, man. I told y'all these dudes is out here. They not playing fair, man. I told y'all these dudes ain't playing fair out here, man.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, man.
That's crazy.
That's true.
And you were still in communication with him up until when?
Recently, still right now. I'm texting his. He on my line.
That might stop.
I don't give a shit.
I'm just saying, like, yikes. But
It needs to stop.
Yeah.
I've been stopped. Like, I haven't seen him in person since it's been a minute. It's been
like over a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn, man. I'm telling y'all, it was 4 dudes. Oh my God.
And
Like,
I remember all those dudes.
And very little
Crazy.
females.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well,
That's
I wanted, like I said before, I wanted to give you as much of a platform as I could to get you to be able to tell your story. And whether you wanted to do it at all, whether you wanted to do it anonymously and over a speakerphone, or whether you wanted to do it by video. I said that I would help you. I said that I felt like it was important. And I hope that you feel a sense of relief. And I think we all, as much as we may try and act like, oh, you know, I'm good, there is a sense of fear because we know what they are capable of. And looking left and looking right, and our families being threatened, and things
text
happening.
messages, random, yes.
Yeah,
Like,
I get it, but there's strength in numbers.
wow.
And
I'm
just happy that when I decided to speak, that I wasn't doing it alone. So I thank everybody who has been reaching out, saying that they were there that night. I think everybody who has had an important piece has opened their mouth. I do not think that the tattoo guy is going to open his mouth because of what his profession is.
I definitely don't think he's going to open his mouth.
And I'm also not going to
block me after he see this.
And I'm also not going to speak on the other one because I do believe that he was a saving grace. And that's why I try and keep quiet even on that. And you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, we still like this, so it's like we got each other's numbers.
See, that's what I'm trying to tell people. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Yo, it's still people that ain't speaking, yo.
Yeah, and we're just talking about one night. We're talking about one night.
One night. This is just one night.
So just imagine what has gone on in the others. And that's why, like I said, I wanted to give you as much as a voice as I could provide. You know, I don't have a million and something like followers on Instagram or whatever, but
I don't care about none of that.
No,
I didn't to gain followers.
But being able to get it out there, because if something does end up happening to one of us, at least we have told our story.
Track record.
Yeah.
And sis, you are brave. Like you like I get what's upsetting you. You know, even if for you to come right from and this is what I was telling y'all about people getting sent to the clinic. This is what I was telling y'all. I've been telling y'all about these women getting sent to the clinic because all this dudes ain't out here playing fair.
Yep.
They're not playing fair. And I get why you're upset. And I understand why we're kind of frightened to even tell the story because we know what we're dealing with. I'm sorry you even dealt with that. Yeah, I remember you, sis. I remember you.
Well, you got an ally here.
Definitely.
I told you that the other day, like whatever you need. If you need an ear, we were talking until 4:00 in the morning. Like whatever you need, like I'm here, and I hope it's vice versa because I feel like this entire situation, as traumatic as it may be, has really, really brought us all together. Like
real talk. Real talk. No, real talk. And it's like we're feeling it, we're feeling in the holes because you have to understand people have tried to make you, Royce, crazy. For years, they've been trying to make me crazy. Like, oh, you don't know what you were talking. At the end of the day, we were all tripping, right? But at the end of the day, we wasn't tripping because we're all telling the story of what happened with us.
Yes.
And it's like we're filling in each other's timeline.
Yes.
Like the fact that you said you even heard me.
I heard you while I was laying on this man's chest, on Superman's chest. He go back to sleep. It's okay. I got it handled. It's naked man outside.
It wasn't me. Yeah, I was not the naked man.
I was back in my room by then.
I don't know where that came from, but I was not the naked man at all. I'm telling y'all right now, before y'all get in these blogs and stuff and try to say it was not me. I think Lewis confirmed that yesterday. But speaking of Lewis, they're telling me in the chat that Kevin is playing him and Lewis phone call right now on his live, and he's over there gaslighting Lewis. They just told me to tell you.
Lewis remember me too. I definitely remember.
He does. He does. Lewis remembers quite a bit, even though he was in the room for the most part of the evening.
Yeah,
he had to deal with the aftermath.
Wow, I don't remember seeing. I don't remember. I said
he had to deal with the aftermath.
Yeah.
So that's why he still saw her.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yo, sis, I'm proud of you.
I am too.
I'm proud of you. Because I just had a little ego moment on my live just now, and I thought we wasn't even gonna get a chance to hear your story.
Scared the shit out of me. I'm like abort mission.
Yeah, and I apologize for that ego moment because, we almost lost hearing your story. It's just me and Royce out here speaking right now. You feel what I'm saying? Now we have another person. Lewis came out yesterday. You see how the universe is universing about that house.
Yeah.
Things was going on in that house. Yeah. And the reason my story just don't get, the look is because I wasn't actually violated. So they're like,
I think Cali too, and this is what I was even trying to say before I got off of your live on YouTube. I think you allow them to get under your skin, and then you start losing the actual purpose of the conversation, and they know that. So him getting on that live and then talking about, oh, he's calling, and I'm sitting there like, answer the phone. Like, let him talk. You've already said your piece. Let him hang himself. But allowing someone to get under your skin, like we said before in the last live, when it's two people arguing from afar, they look like fools and no one knows the difference. So when you know your truth and you are standing in your truth, no one should be able to take you off of that. But they know how to get under our skin, and I've been that person too. I've been there. And even now, I'm a human. Like, there's times where certain things will be said, and I'll be like, I got time today. But in this instant, we are standing so strong together. And like I said, this big-ass elephant that we're fighting, no, we couldn't beat him as like little ants because he kept stepping on us. Right. But now we crawling up that leg.
I got you.
Let's just keep crawling.
Yeah, I got my cousin.
No need to raise our voice.
Right.
Just tell your truth.
No, you're right. You're right. My cousin hit me, and that was the one thing my cousin said to me when he hit me. He said, "Hey, your ego is not your amigo, brother."
Yep.
He said, "You fell for it again."
Yep.
And I had to just, But I thank you so much, sis, for allowing us to hear your voice. I understand where you're coming from. Exactly what's bothering you. I understand. That's dirty. That's real dirty. That's real dirty. And these are things that I'm trying to get people to see. Just because I didn't personally get violated in that house, there's bigger pictures that went on in that house. There's different accusations that's going on in that house with different people.
Yep.
Yes.
There were several people that were violated.
And everybody isn't even talking. And I'm telling y'all this, I know this because people reached out to me after my story went out.
Yeah.
People reached out, they're just not ready to come to the front.
Well, guess
with their story.
what? Guess what? It's 2025. It's the second. If it's one thing we got, it's time on our side because this is our year.
Yeah. I just say let the universe, man, it's gonna happen. Like what's supposed to happen is going to happen. We don't control how the universe works.
Yep.
We don't control how it works. So I thank you, sister. I really thank you because I really thought we lost your story. And I just want people to see what kind of dirty stuff was going on at that party. And when you start to look at these Diddy parties, these Diddy, come on, man, they're not far off.
Yeah.
They're not far off.
You are
the stuff that we see going on at these in the news.
You are still a victim, Brandy. Just because you consented to the best of your ability that evening, what you consented to was not what you thought. Was really not what it was.
Yeah. And I know I just tried to give myself the benefit of the doubt because the day I did leave, I called my sister, the one that just called me right now, and I was excited, but again, I was still a little high, a little tripping, going up and down. So I was excited sometimes, and then out of nowhere, I'll just start crying. So the second person I called was a male that is very close to me. This is like I go to him for everything, and I was broken. I'm like, I just did something so stupid, and I don't know why I did that, but I was afraid to tell him that I was high.
Yeah.
And he talked me off the damn ledge that day.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not your fault. You're not stupid. Just be careful. And I stayed in it for so long. It took me so long to wake up. It took me so long. It wasn't until y'all lives where I knew that you wasn't lying, Royce. He been calling you a liar all these years, telling me all these things about how you keeping your son away and how you taking him to court. It wasn't until I seen that whole thread of him taking you to court. I was like, what the hell? This man been lying to me this whole time.
That mom that is saying no, go spend time. I'm still being that mom because I'm also being told by people in my family, don't let him say no. Don't let him just, cut him off. He's trying.
And I used to tell him that. Just try, keep trying, don't stop. You'll see in the messages.
They don't tell me that anymore. But at the time, even in my own family, I was being told that I was part of the problem.
Wow.
Wow, man, this is crazy. And I just want the pieces to start falling in place. Hopefully, and the reason I kept speaking, the reason I kept my foot on dude's neck was because I knew. Remember, if y'all listen to my story, I've been telling y'all, I knew I had something spiritually I was there to do. I was there spiritually to do something. And obviously it was to be a voice. It was to be some type of voice. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, me constantly speaking on it, not letting it die, man. Hopefully I was just an encouragement to somebody else. Now that we're starting to see things, and then Royce being able to come out and speak now. You feel what I'm saying? And we're matching our stories. Whoa, while people were trying to discredit us, call us drug heads and discredit our stories. Now here comes you. Here you come with your story. You're saying, no, Cali, I heard you that night. No, Royce, I seen them text messages. I seen woo. You were the one that had my keys. Whoa. See how things are starting to fall in place because it's time. It's time. The universe is universing. And again, we're not going to convince everybody. You're gonna have the brain dead folks who's going to still come against us. They're going to shame us. They're going to say, Cali, you was, you know, whatever they going to say.
You jealous. And
you jealous. And you, man, come on, man.
I'm going to go ahead and end it right here, you guys.
Because these could be your children or your family members.
What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Can you see me? All that good stuff. What's up? Thank y'all. Like I said, I didn't want to keep interrupting the live stream, so I just let it play as is so you guys can, you know, decipher for yourself. But a few things that stood out to me. The woman Brandy, I was listening to her story and I was like, damn, that's sad. And then, you know, when she said that he raw dogged her and stuff like that, I was all like, whoa, like you definitely have a case against him. And then later on, I don't know if you guys heard again, she said, oh, I consented. It was consensual. But then I'm thinking, if you are under the influence, that's not consensual. But now that you said it was consensual, you kind of threw yourself under the bus, because they're going to go back to the clip where you said it was consensual. And now, again, I don't think Brandy's whole mission of telling her story was to file a lawsuit or anything like that. But I'm just saying, because, you know, if the way it was leaning, it sounded like this was something that was not consensual. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Originally, when she first told the story, it sounded like it wasn't consensual. And then later on, she said, no, I consented to the best of my ability. I was like, yeah. Now, like they were saying, I do believe that there are other victims out there. I do think there's actual victims. You know, Dwight Howard had a lawsuit with the Stephen Harper guy. So obviously, you know, he's known for doing these kind of things. I think it's a situation where people are embarrassed to come out and say anything, because again, just like her, I have to come out and say that I was under the influence. How do I really know what happened to me if I was under the influence? You see how they're going to spin that and, you know, try to say that they consented to all of this and they were cool. I just don't know in this case. I know cases where, you know, there's drinking and stuff like that. But as far as doing shrooms and being under the influence, I don't know if it's looked at the same way. Because, again, we know that shrooms make you hallucinate. Now, before y'all start yelling and cussing me out in the chat, I want to say I'm not saying that any of them are lying. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, in a court of law, or, you know, right now, it hasn't done, nobody has filed anything. In the court of public opinion, will that be thrown in their face? And I'm just going based off of what you guys are saying in the comment section. She had to think about it and knew she messed up. Yeah. I think one thing that is constant that I think we all can agree on is Dwight a freak. Dwight Howard is a freak. That's undisputable. He's a freak. And I believe that what they do is like to bring new people into the fold. They want to see who they can test. I have a feeling what it is like, okay, there's a main group of people, you know, the two, it's Kevin, Dwight, and the two other dudes. And they have people coming in, you know, randoms or whoever, be like, okay, let's see if this person be down for it. And again, you are technically doing a drug, so you can't say, oh, I didn't know what I was getting into. Now, could there be things that happen to you that should not happen to you and people can take advantage of you? Yes, I do believe that. Just how they were talking about, I sent Royce, Brandy was saying, I sent Royce a text message and I don't even remember doing that. So again, it was mentioned that they were on the phone. They had each other's number, but they didn't believe that they ever talked, or how did I even get this number? So they believe that Dwight has access to hack people's phone. I can believe that. I can definitely believe that. I wouldn't say that's too far off. If you say that you, true, whether or not you would still get in trouble. I'm not saying they can't, but what I'm saying is it makes it hard in this situation. And if there's anybody in the chat who has been a victim of Dwight Howard, I would advise them to come forward. But just don't come forward without a plan. And also another criticism that I see a lot is people are wondering, okay, are you guys just getting out this story to embarrass Dwight Howard, or are you guys just trying to make people aware of what's going on, or are you a victim? Like, we're trying to see where it's going to go. Like, is it always going to be a new live every day, or does this have some kind of point where, okay, we're going to make sure that, hell, this could turn into a documentary. This could turn into a documentary. I could definitely see this turning into some kind of documentary. Get Gloria out. Yeah. I definitely see it turning into some kind of documentary, surviving Dwight Howard. Because I'm wondering, because like they said, this is only one night that they're talking about, but there's multiple nights. And I don't know if you do it with the same people, or you do it one time with one group, then you get another group. Like, how did it all work out? And remember, I talked to Kevin yesterday, and a lot of y'all were all like, I don't believe anything that Kevin says. I don't think Kevin was necessarily lying. Did he probably leave out some details? Yes. But was he lying? No. He's going to put it in a way where it doesn't throw Dwight Howard under the bus, because, hell, maybe there was some shit that went down that he didn't know about, or he didn't necessarily agree with. Like, it could be a lot going on. Florida and GA are pro men in court. So they definitely have a hard time, huh? What I was wondering too, do you think that Dwight Howard probably is probably going to try to silence them, or is he just going to let it go? What is his next move? I mean, if it's all lies, yeah, I'm going to try to silence you. But if it's the truth, I'm probably going to shut up, because that discovery and everything like that, boy, that about to be wild. That is going to be wild. That discovery. And, if they have to subpoena everybody, that's going to be a lot. Royce is fighting for her son. The world has already beaten her. So damn. I can definitely see that from that standpoint. Because, again, Royce's whole thing is the reason why my son has gotten into trouble and has had a hard time during his childhood is because of you. And because you mess with my son, I'm going to mess with you. That's basically her thing, in short. I know a lot of people are like, okay, well, why is she doing that? Well, I guess that answered my question. She's going to ruin them. But even with that token, I think for the other people, I get Royce's point, but the other people, what do they plan on doing now? We kind of want to see an end to it. And I don't mean like I want it to end tomorrow, but what's the end game? That's what I'm trying to say, y'all. What's the end game? I think that's a fair question to ask. What's the end game at the end of the day? I'm surprised Jag haven't caught Listen, there's a lot of stuff that Jag could say she was there, or she was here or there, but she doesn't. She's stick in her lane, which a lane she shouldn't, but she stays in her lane. You know, AT2. She said she's gonna run him like she getting ice cream. Hey, I ain't mad at it. Does his fiance have kids? I don't know. I don't think so. Couture, does Luciana, does she have kids? I don't think she does. No, okay, she doesn't have kids. No. Is she looking for a storyline for Love and Hip Hop and a nice check? Yes, but kids, no. Do you think Dwight Howard actually loves this girl? I believe he likes her, but do you think that Dwight Howard loves her enough to marry her? I'm just asking a question, y'all. Yeah. I don't think he loved that girl. That's going. Yeah. I mean, unless she down with all the freaky stuff, then yeah, I can see him like, okay, we'll get married as long as I can have my side pieces and a nice beef sausage on the side. I think, yeah, she'll be cool with it. As long as he can have his beef sausage on the side, that's all he care about. I do believe that. He isn't trusted, but isn't she a no, she's not. No. I want to clear it up. I know people were making jokes and saying that she got a strong face and stuff like that. Amy is a woman. She may not be a lady, but she's a woman. Yeah, she's a woman, y'all. She's a woman. From Miss Kitty to Fish. Oh my God. That was funny, Kiki. Y'all are crazy. No, Amy is a woman, y'all. No. She may be freaky too. Right. We don't know. Yeah, we definitely don't know. But don't forget that Royce did say that he was with a whole nother girl while he was on Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars was just like a few weeks ago. So when did him and Amy become a thing? Or is that part of his poly lifestyle that he wants to? I don't know. Yes, let's get these likes up. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I think Amy looks good. Yeah, I think she's a beautiful woman. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with her on the outside at all. There's nothing wrong with her on the outside. Listen, if he was with a white woman, y'all would have something to say. He with a beautiful chocolate woman. So, hey, there you go. Now, does he love her? We don't know. But, I mean, hey, let Amy get her check. That's what I'm going to say. Let Amy get her check. Let her marry him. Hopefully, oh no, this fool probably gone. You think they got a prenup? You think they got a prenup? They probably got a prenup. Yeah. There's probably a Listen, are they even gonna make it down the aisle? That's the real question right there, right? No one cares about that DL, man. Who else? This actually not about Amy. Hope Royce and her son get justice. True. If that is true, if what is true is being alleged that Dwight had something to do with the way, what happened with her son, then yeah, I hope that she does get justice. But again, What's the end game? We want to know the end game. Is the end game just to embarrass him, or will there be repercussions for the stuff that Dwight Howard has done? And like they said, there's other victims, but they're not coming forward or they're not speaking. I think if anything, this is the time to speak out. It's the time to speak out. Clear your name. I mean, even though Kevin wouldn't be considered a victim, he was somebody who was there at the party. And, you know, he said, hey, ain't nothing going on. Well, he didn't say nothing was going on, but he said for his part, he wasn't doing X, Y, and he wasn't trying to freak on Cali. So that's what we do know. He took the kids from all the mothers except Royce. Yeah, he took the kids. Yeah. I find Dwight's silence is interesting. You know, shout out to Couture because she was playing an interview with Dwight Howard. I guess he did a recent interview. Now, did he talk about this necessarily? No, it was more about Royce and the whole child support thing. So, you know, I don't want to say that he's being silent. As we understand, he's very sneaky with the stuff that he does. So he could be coming up with something behind the scenes. We just never know. Yeah, definitely something could be happening behind the scenes. We just won't know. What time is it? Dang, I know I told you I was going to do a call in today. I'm pretty sure some going to go down tomorrow. We will do a call in tomorrow where you guys get to express your feelings about the whole Royce, Dwight Howard, the Mushroom Ceremoney, and all that. I love y'all. Please hit that like button. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate and love all of y'all, but I got to get out of here. Deuces, everybody. We out.